As we move into middle and later life, our legs and muscles are no longer as flexible as they once were. Many of us begin to notice that standing up, walking, or climbing just a few steps feels heavier and more tiring. One reason lies deep at the cellular level. Our muscles gradually lose the ability to protect and repair themselves. The good news is that science has identified natural nutrients that can support this process. Among them, grapes stand out as a food worth paying special attention to. Not only are they delicious and easy to enjoy each day, but grapes also contain a compound called resveratrol that helps shield muscles from decline while maintaining strength and endurance as we age. In today's video, we will explore how this small fruit can make a big difference for muscle health, and why just 2 servings of grapes a day may be enough to keep your body more flexible and resilient. If you find this topic helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can continue joining us on this journey to better health in later years. Energy genes and muscle degeneration. Behind every steady step we take, or every time we lift something that seems simple, lies a whole network of genes responsible for producing energy for our muscles. Scientists call this group the mitochondrial genus, the machinery that generates ATP, the energy currency of our cells. As the years go by, these genes work less efficiently, and the amount of ATP produced is no longer enough to meet daily needs. The result is that we feel tired more easily, endurance declines, and muscles gradually shrink. This decline is not driven by age alone. It is also influenced by genes that regulate muscle breakdown, such as the myostatin gene. When myostatin becomes overactive, it limits the growth and repair of muscle fibers, accelerating the loss of muscle mass in older adults. The combination of reduced energy production and stronger signals for muscle breakdown creates a vicious cycle that makes it difficult for the body to preserve strong, healthy muscles. The encouraging news is that recent studies suggest certain natural compounds, especially polyphenols found in grapes, can help reactivate mitochondrial genes and improve energy production. At the same time, these antioxidants reduce oxidative stress, one of the key triggers that cause myostatin to become overactive. In other words, a diet rich in polyphenols may both switch on energy production and apply the brakes to muscle degeneration, giving our bodies an important advantage in protecting muscle as we grow older. On a practical level, this explains why some people well past 60 are still able to maintain remarkable endurance and mobility. Their secret often lies in consistently eating foods that support these energy-related genes. A bowl of fresh grapes or a glass of pure grape juice is not just about ordinary nutrition. It also plays a role in fine-tuning molecular pathways that help the body keep generating energy and slow down muscle loss over the years. Grapes and their impact on genes and muscles. When we think about weak muscles and muscle decline in later life, most of us picture the common causes, such as lack of exercise, eating too little protein, or hormonal changes. Yet new research from Rutgers University and Western New England University shows that the story runs even deeper. Muscle aging begins right at the genetic level, and this is exactly where grapes step in, almost like a scriptwriter rewriting the story of muscle cells. What impressed scientists was not only the positive outcome, but also the sheer scale of the change. More than 20,000 genes in the bodies of aging mice were adjusted when they consumed 2 servings of grapes each day. This was not a handful of minor tweaks. It was more like a sweeping genetic restructuring. Genes linked to energy production in muscle, which normally fade as we age, were switched back on. At the same time, genes that push muscles toward wasting and tissue breakdown were held back. The effect was compared to an old house being fitted with a brand new electrical system that lights up and runs more smoothly than before. For older adults, sarcopenia, or the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, is one of the leading reasons behind falls, fractures, hospitalizations, and shorter life expectancy. If an everyday food like grapes, which are safe, affordable, and widely available, can help protect the genetic foundation of our muscles, that would be a genuine breakthrough. It would mean we do not need expensive genetic therapies or experimental drugs. Instead, a simple bowl of fresh grapes could provide natural support directly within our DNA. This genetic impact is not random. Grapes are naturally rich in polyphenols and antioxidants, compounds already proven to shield cells from damage caused by free radicals. Free radicals act like sparks that fray the wiring in our body's electrical system. Left unchecked, they alter genes and weaken muscle cells. The antioxidants in grapes seem to snuff out these sparks, allowing the genetic wiring to run more steadily. Another interesting point was that female mice benefited more than male mice. This detail matters because it suggests the effects of grapes could differ between men and women once human studies are carried out. Scientists believe that sex hormones may interact with grape polyphenols, leading to different levels of impact. That tells us there is still much to learn, and we may be the first generation to see these findings confirmed in people as research progresses. Although the study was limited to animals, the message for us is still clear. Grapes deserve to be viewed as a superfood for aging muscles. Adding a serving of grapes as an afternoon snack or as dessert after dinner not only makes meals more enjoyable, but could also set off subtle, long-lasting changes at the genetic level. When paired with a protein source such as Greek yogurt, walnuts, or a glass of low-fat milk, the body gets both immediate nourishment and stronger genetic support to resist muscle decline. The nutritional treasures inside grapes. If we began by looking at how grapes influence our genes and protect our mitochondria, the next layer reveals something even more practical. The real foundation for muscle health lies in the nutrients packed inside every small grape, and these nutrients quietly shape how well our bodies can stay strong, repair damage, and bounce back after activity. In grapes, especially the dark red and purple varieties, we find a rich storehouse of polyphenols. Among them, resveratrol stands out as a natural shield against free radicals. These unstable molecules are constantly attacking proteins, fats, and even the DNA inside muscle cells. As we age, free radical activity speeds up, which makes muscles more prone to inflammation, weakness, and gradual decline. Polyphenols step in to calm that destructive storm, protecting the structure of muscle fibers and keeping the cycle of contraction, relaxation, and repair steady. That is why many researchers consider grapes one of the natural foods most capable of slowing age-related muscle decline. But grapes are far more than antioxidants alone. They offer what could be called a miniature ecosystem of nutrition. Vitamin C helps build collagen, the essential protein that anchors muscles and tendons with strength and flexibility. Vitamin K plays a less famous but vital role in maintaining bone density, which gives muscles a stable anchor point. Potassium balances electrolytes and supports nerve signals so that muscles contract and release smoothly, lowering the risk of cramps or sudden stiffness. Trace elements like manganese, together with B vitamins such as B6, keep energy production humming inside the cells, making sure muscles always have the fuel they need for daily activity. Each nutrient on its own may seem like a small piece, but when they work together, they form a system that is especially valuable after 60. When recovery slows and muscles bruise more easily, there is another hidden benefit that many overlook. Grapes provide fiber, and a healthy digestive system is the key to absorbing protein, vitamins, and minerals from every meal. Fiber not only keeps blood sugar steady, but also helps lower inflammation throughout the body. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent forces behind muscle weakness in older adults. Even though fiber does not build muscle directly, it quietly creates the environment where muscles can remain strong. All of these advantages matter only if grapes become part of our regular eating pattern. The good news is that grapes are neither rare nor costly. In the United States, billions of pounds of grapes are consumed each year, which means nearly anyone can find them in a grocery store or farmer's market. A small bowl of washed grapes makes a perfect afternoon snack, a handful tossed into yogurt, mixed with oats, or paired with almonds turns into a light meal that tastes great and provides lasting benefits. What feels like a simple habit is, in reality, a long-term investment in muscle resilience and independence as we age. Grapes and better blood circulation. One key factor that often gets overlooked when we talk about muscle health in older age is circulation. No matter how much protein we eat or how diligently we exercise, muscles still rely on a steady blood flow to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every tiny fiber. This is exactly where grapes show their unique value, because they contain natural compounds that support circulation and keep blood vessels flexible. Inside grapes, especially the red and purple varieties, we find an abundance of flavonoids. These act almost like conductors in an orchestra, guiding the expansion of blood vessels. They stimulate the body to produce nitric oxide, a molecule that signals the vessel walls to relax, improving blood flow to muscle tissue. With better circulation, oxygen and nutrients arrive faster, and waste products like lactic acid are cleared away more efficiently, easing soreness after activity. For older adults, whose vessels often lose flexibility, this mechanism is essential for preserving endurance and recovery. Resveratrol, another well-known compound in grapes, contributes by protecting the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of arteries and veins. When the endothelium stays healthy, arteries are less likely to stiffen or collect cholesterol plaques. That means a lower chance of blockages and, more importantly, a consistent supply of oxygen and energy to the muscles. In this way, grapes do not only nourish muscles indirectly, but also strengthen the entire pipeline system that fuels them. There is yet another layer of support. Grapes provide plenty of potassium. This mineral is best known for helping balance fluids and regulating blood pressure. When blood pressure is steady, circulation flows smoothly, reducing the risk of sudden cramps or fatigue. For people over 60, when high blood pressure and poor circulation become common concerns, this is a valuable bonus. The practical side of all this is refreshingly simple. Improving circulation through grapes does not require complicated steps. It can be as easy as adding grapes into daily snacks, a small bowl of fresh grapes paired with low-fat cheese, or a handful of raisins sprinkled into a green salad. Brings both pleasure and long-term benefits for heart and muscle health. These modest choices, when repeated day after day, create steady care for our circulatory system, ensuring that muscles are properly nourished well into later years. Grapes and their anti-inflammatory power. One of the silent enemies of muscle health, especially after 60, is chronic inflammation. This is different from the short-term inflammation that happens after an injury or a workout, which is actually helpful for repair. Chronic inflammation lingers quietly, draining strength day by day. Older adults are more prone to it because of natural aging, diets high in sugar or unhealthy fats, and conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or arthritis. That is why finding foods that can help manage inflammation becomes so important for protecting muscles. Grapes stand out here thanks to their rich supply of polyphenols and flavonoids. Research has shown that these compounds help lower inflammatory cytokines. Cytokines are chemical messengers that spark inflammation, and when they stay too active, they end up damaging muscle fibers faster than the body can rebuild them. The polyphenols in grapes help keep this response balanced, just enough to allow healing, but not so much that it becomes harmful. This balance is crucial because our bodies still need some inflammation to recover, but not the constant kind that weakens muscles over time. Resveratrol, the hallmark compound in red grapes, deserves special mention. Beyond its role in heart protection, it acts as a strong anti-inflammatory defender. It can reduce the activity of NF-κB, a molecule at the core of many inflammatory processes. By calming this pathway, resveratrol helps shield muscle tissue from unnecessary damage, lowering the risk of age-related muscle loss. With less inflammation, muscles gain more opportunity to repair and hold on to both strength and endurance. The benefits of grapes also extend to blood sugar control. High blood sugar levels are known to fuel inflammation throughout the body. A diet rich in fresh fruits like grapes helps keep blood sugar steadier, thanks to their natural fiber and polyphenols. When blood sugar is managed, inflammation tends to ease, creating a friendlier environment for muscle preservation and recovery. On a practical level, weaving grapes into everyday meals is a simple yet effective anti-inflammatory strategy. A small bowl of fresh grapes at breakfast, or a few raisins stirred into afternoon oats, delivers not only quick energy, but also a gentle cooling effect inside the body, calming the low-grade fires of inflammation. With consistent, long-term habits like this, we can slow down the muscle decline that so often tags along with aging. Grapes a complete companion for aging muscles. Looking back at everything we have discussed, it becomes clear that grapes are far more than just a source of a few individual nutrients. They act more like a power package, bringing together different elements that protect, nourish, and extend the lifespan of our muscles. From activating genes, supplying vitamins and minerals, calming inflammation, to improving blood circulation. All of these mechanisms work together to create a synergy that very few other single foods can match. One often overlooked but highly important benefit is the way grapes improve circulation. Natural nitrates and polyphenols in grapes help blood vessels relax, allowing blood to flow more freely to the muscles. When circulation is efficient, every muscle fiber receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs. For older adults, this translates into faster recovery after activity or minor injuries, and a lower risk of muscle loss caused by poor blood supply. Grapes also help optimize the body's energy metabolism. In daily life, our cells constantly convert glucose and fatty acids into ATP, the body's energy currency. The polyphenols in grapes stimulate the mitochondria, often called the power plants of cells, to produce energy more efficiently. This is one reason why studies have shown grapes can improve endurance and slow fatigue during physical activity. For seniors, even maintaining the ability to walk briskly, climb a few stairs, or lift a light load without getting winded is a meaningful step in preserving independence. The impact of grapes extends beyond muscles alone. Their effects ripple into other systems of the body, creating a reinforcing cycle. A healthier heart, supported by resveratrol, pumps blood more steadily, which in turn nourishes muscles better. A sharper brain, aided by polyphenols that boost blood flow to the brain, enhances coordination and movement. Even bones benefit, thanks to the vitamin K and manganese found in grapes, which strengthen joints and support smooth muscle function. In other words, eating grapes supports not only muscles, but also the framework that keeps muscles strong. In daily life, the true value of grapes lies in how accessible and easy to maintain they are. Older adults can enjoy fresh grapes without needing complicated preparation. For those with weaker teeth, grapes can be juiced, blended into smoothies, or combined with oatmeal. Raisins are also a convenient option, though it is wise to keep an eye on their natural sugar content. This flexibility makes grapes suitable for many situations, from a quick breakfast, an afternoon snack, to a light dessert after dinner. The key, however, is consistency. Eating grapes occasionally will not show much effect, but making them a steady habit can gradually create lasting changes. The human body, especially in later years, responds best to accumulation over time. Each daily serving of grapes acts like another brick added to the foundation of health. helping the wall of muscle stand firm against the erosion of aging. It is also worth remembering that grapes are not a miracle cure on their own. They work best as part of a broader picture that includes a balanced diet, regular activity, and quality sleep. But when placed in the right context, grapes truly deserve a place among the golden fruits for protecting and prolonging muscle health. After our journey of exploration, we can see that grapes are far more than a casual snack. First, they show a remarkable ability to influence genes and the aging process itself, opening a hidden doorway to protect muscle from deep within our cells. Next, the rich nutritional profile of grapes comes into view. Polyphenols, vitamins, minerals, and fiber all working together to keep every muscle fiber strong and resilient. Then, we uncovered how grapes help fight inflammation and oxidative stress, guarding the body against silent damage that builds up over the years. We also saw how this fruit supports circulation and speeds recovery, allowing older adults to maintain stamina and flexibility in daily life. And finally, grapes emerge as a comprehensive companion, easy to find, simple to enjoy, and able to link multiple systems in the body for a combined effect on muscle health. The important message is that protecting aging muscles doesn't always require complicated or distant solutions. Sometimes, it can be as simple as a bowl of fresh grapes each day, steady, consistent, and quietly powerful in keeping our legs steady and our muscles strong for years to come. So beginning today, consider making grapes a familiar part of your daily meals, not only for their sweet, refreshing taste, but because every small grape is silently doing big work defending your muscles and giving you more strong, healthy years to fully enjoy life.